السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. ربي أني مسني الضر وأنت أرحم الراحمين. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome everyone. Inshallah everybody is doing well. Inshallah, safe and healthy. Inshallah. So we have been studying a chapter of the Quran which is extremely figurative. It has extremely figurative teachings, and we have to really work on it together and share our ideas, interactive way of discussion, inshallah. Your questions, your concerns, your comments, anything you want, you can just raise your hand on Zoom and join. So this is a very difficult subject. The scholars have interpreted it in various ways, mostly related to descension, which is in Arabic, mi'raj of the Prophet. But we try to make it mi'raj of our own life and our own belief, and try to understand this chapter. We said we can really apply it to the revelation of the Quran, how it was revealed to the Prophet. So of course, we have to take notice that while we are understanding how it was revealed to the Prophet, we have to get our share there, because Quran is speaking to us right now. So how we can have an access to the Quran, how we can benefit from it. So we studied last week from chapter Najm, verse 17 and then 18, when the revelation was revealed to the Prophet through the angels. We said everything is revealed through angels. Anyways, revelation also was revealed or is being revealed through angels as the creation is renewed all the time. So revelation of the Quran, the speech of God, also is being renewed with it according to us, but not as a prophet that we are receiving it, because prophet receives it with no restrictions directly from the Creator through the angels, but not within the limits of the capacity of the prophet as a human being, but as an appointed person, so that he will receive it and get the meaning as much as possible humanly, not within the capacity of the prophet's own limitations, but as a prophet, not like me. For example, if I don't study on the revelation of the speech of God, I cannot understand anything. But the prophet doesn't have to study. God reveals the meaning to his capacity within his capacity, in his capacity, I would say heart, but as much as humanly it's possible, the highest capacity he received. That's what ascension represents. He is the prophet is the one who had an access to the presence of the Creator at the most possible level, humanly most possible level. That's what in the ascension, it is called Kaba Kausain. It means two ends came as much as possible next to each other. But of course, a created being cannot get into the realm of the Creator and vice versa. So Creator cannot be present in his essence within the realm of the created beings. So it is understandable. It means the Creator cannot turn himself into a created being. Why? Because it is against its nature, its essence, as an absolute, infinite being, the Creator of the universe. We understand all this. So when the revelation was inspired to the prophet, his eyes, his sight never deviated and never got it wrong, rightly. Why? The Creator, God, has already prepared the feelings, the mind, the heart, whatever you call it, the spirit, the soul of the prophet to receive the message as much as humanly possible as a created person, as a created being. We have to understand that. But the highest level possible. Why it should be the highest? The prophet's capacity of receiving the meaning of the message should be the highest. If it wasn't the highest, it would not be the perfect, complete example for the rest of the humankind. It shouldn't be. So it is contrary to the purpose of sending the message within to a person whose capacity is not prepared to receive it, and it is humanly possible, widest capacity, largest capacity. We have to understand by definition. That's why he is the prophet employed as the best example to represent the message that the Creator of the universe sent. These are by definition. We didn't go and open the heart of the prophet and see it is prepared for it. It is physically impossible. But by definition, if the Creator of the universe is speaking, it must be revealed to a person who can receive all of them, all the meaning, possible meanings within the revelation, so that he will represent it in his practical life for us. That is very important. Why the speech of God, the Quran in a specific case, Quran, maybe in another prophet's time, it was named with another title, for example, Torah. So here is the Quran we are talking about. So the Quran says it is important in order to love God for human beings, in order to obey God, again, for human beings, in order for the human beings to obey God. the human beings have to follow the prophet. It is so strange. Actually, I was reflecting on this verse today. It is so strange. It is easy to say what we, although it is not main subject of this topic, but it is important. I found it very important. So I wanted to share it with you right now, since it occurred in my mind again, because my mind was occupied this morning, early morning. I was busy with this verse. So let me share it with you. I don't think you will find it superfluous. It is essential, I think. Why we say, I am following God. Yeah? I am obeying God. How? Think about it, all of us. How? How can you obey God? Think about it. I'm just encouraging you to think. I'm not saying you don't. You are not, but think about it. Ask yourself, how can I obey God? How can I obey God? No. Yes or no? Qasim or a friend, or we don't really announce the names because you wrote it, but you didn't want to be on YouTube. I don't know. So it says, by obeying the order of the universe. This is excellent, okay? Excellent. But is it correct? According to me, it may be by obeying the order of the universe, your consciousness remembers that, you remember intellectually, you remember that the order of the universe has been established. So by obeying the order of the universe, I am obeying the one who established the order of the universe, because it is his choice. It is his will, manifestation of his will. Okay. I agree with you up to a point. It is very good discussion, very well. I'm not blaming, it is wrong, etc. But it is an excellent starter. So somebody, another friend says, I need to know how to obey God in order to do it. Excellent. You need to know. That is the question. How can I obey God? You need to know, prepare yourself. But let's say, as much as you prepared yourself, right? How can you obey God? For example, you prepared yourself, you know 1%, let's be modest, 1% of it. How can you obey that practically in this world? Anybody, not necessarily this friend who put on the chat box. So you can speak, you can write, of course, express yourself, feel free, anything. We say always, there is no wrong question, there is no wrong answer, but only we discuss about it. So obeying God. But I'm not saying believing in God, because believing in God, you confirm that everything at every moment is given existence by the one who created the universe. Who is the creator of the universe? He must be, by definition, infinite one. Okay, absolute one. I understand. That is the belief, confirmation. If you are convinced about it, if you really confirm it through your feelings, intellect, emotions, everything, you are comfortable about it, and you feel certain about it, that's belief. All right. How about obeying God? Now, the first friend said, when I obey the order of the universe, practically I am obeying God. How about in my relationship with my creator, which is very essential for everyone, such as, how can I communicate with my creator in this world? How can I perform my worship, my ubudiyah? How can I speak to him? what is the etiquette of speech, mannerism with God? The, okay, somebody says who has to reveal how we should obey. Now, even it is a practical matter. Apart from the first beautiful comment by our friend, I have to obey the order of the universe with a consciousness. I have to be conscious of what I am doing is obeying the orderer, the will of the orderer, following the will of the orderer with my will, with my free choice. That is one way of obeying. Yeah. How about my relationship with the Creator? In practical, okay, hands up. Somebody wanted to speak. I don't see it, but co-host helps me to show it. Please, who wanted to speak, go ahead.
Sure. Can you hear me okay?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, no, I just left a comment as well on the same topic. I guess if one was to question how does one obey something, whether it's, your creator or a person, you're essentially looking at or recognizing something which the other person or entity desires to be fulfilled. So there's essentially an ask, or there is a need, which needs to be met, and it is up to the other person, which is me in this instance, to recognize and fulfill that need to um, basically complete its purpose.
Your mic is muted, host.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I thank my friend there. How can I know that I have to adjust my behavior in this world? How can I communicate with him in practical terms, not in belief matters? Belief is with me. But most of the people say, I have my own relationship with my creator, so I don't need anybody else, as an example. That I have to follow this example or exemplary behavior of the somebody else. Some people claim that. How? I feel there is a confusion between belief, confirmation that everything is created by God, but in mannerism, in this world, how can I be a better person, if not perfect, a better person according to the will of the Creator? The Quran tells us something in a very generic way, very generic. For example, give to charity. Okay, what? How? What is charity? What? I don't know. For example, stand for prayer. What shall I do? What? How? Again, practical terms, that is why we need the prophet. We need the messenger to be prepared in order to teach us in practical terms, because we cannot expect God to come and present himself how to behave. Some people may misuse this concept and bring God into a human form rather than employing a teacher. You are very familiar. Most of the people live in this country where we are now. They are very familiar with this. They bring God and put it into a human form rather than understanding that God cannot become incarnate into a human form, but because it is against his nature, absolute being cannot be a limited being. A human mind cannot expect this, that it should happen. That's understandable, but some people, because of this need, they need a concrete example in their practical life. That's why we keep hearing from the Quran, if you love God, follow the prophet. If you want to obey God, of course, in order to obey God, one has to believe in his existence, in his qualities perfectly. Yes, confirm it, but how can I obey? That is why we need a teacher, an instructor. An instructor. We have to obey. That's why we have to obey the instructor's exemplary behavior. Now, that's why instructor must be perfectly prepared to present the best exemplary life for human beings. So we can make general applications of it and bring it into our practical life now by taking the example that he behaved or performed in his personal life setting. So we have to take it in his condition. He did this. So the experts, of course, transferred it to us. If you are expert on it, you can do it, but I'm not. So in your condition, this practice must take this form. Let me read what is written here. One friend wrote, I don't know whether if I mention the name, do you mind if I mention the name, your name, who wrote here? Okay, I didn't see any reply. Okay, Qasim says, I hope he doesn't mind. By recognizing the purpose behind its creation and fulfilling it, one should be obeying that which is necessary. Now, again, this is belief. This is belief. We have to be careful now. This is belief. But in fulfilling it, one should be obeying that which is necessary. Now, we are talking about obeying it in our practical life. I will go further. What if he is already revealed, but we have to identify? Yeah. He's already revealed, but we have to identify. Now, yes, he has already revealed, but where? That's what we are trying to identify it. We identify that he must have revealed the behavior in a human form, which is the messenger. So the messenger presents it to us. So Khalid says, I need a teacher who is qualified to educate me about how God expects me to behave. That is the prophet, the teacher is the prophet. That's correct. I agree with you. And Aisha says, belief offers me the understanding of reality, which lets me shape my actions to live in accordance physically with with that understanding. That is my actions shape my actions. Belief shapes your actions, but there are many options. How can you limit it? How can you direct one way or another? We need a practical example. And somebody said, there is someone up there that I missed. Yes, Abe said, he has to reveal how we should obey. That's correct. In the Quran, he says, obey the messenger. If you want to obey me, obey the message. It's very important. This verse is extremely important. If you want to obey God, apart from or in addition to your belief in God, if you want to obey God, you have to follow the prophet. That's why prophet must be a perfect example. I understood now. Let's go there. Where are we? Okay, no, it's too much. Yes, well, we are here 17. Sight never deviated, nor did it go wrong. لَقَدْ رَأَى مِنْ آيَاتِ رَبِّهِ الْكُبْرَى. But he saw some of the greatest signs of his Lord. It means these greatest signs manifested in the revelation. We studied all this, we can continue. It's so strange that the subject suddenly changed. Oh, now after the greatest sign is demonstrated to the understanding, mind, and heart of the people, human beings, we are satisfied now. But human beings have free will. I keep saying this, never ever forget that we have free will. We can accept, we can deny, we can reject. We have free will. So we will accept it, or we will choose another way, or totally ignore it. We can. So the subject comes after the greatest sign was revealed, what the people do. Some people confirm it, some people don't. Let me see. Question: how does someone identify a prophet? For example, if I have no previous knowledge of religion, how would I know if I have found a prophet or not? Now, Khalid, this is a big question. If we start discussing about it, we cannot go ahead. Now, I would say, let's be, oh, excuse me, Koda. Let's confine ourselves to the subject. Have you heard of the prophet, anything? I'm not being personal. So Khalid may answer, may not answer. I respect, but I'm not being personal. In this room, we don't prefer to be personal to anyone, as if challenging question. No, I heard the prophet here. Let me talk about myself first. And then those people who didn't hear have their own area of responsibility. But you heard there are prophets who claim that they received message from the Creator, or even their names are very famous among people. Then I heard that Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, we heard them. Go and investigate. You heard them. Right. So I would say, let's confine the problem within ourselves. Otherwise, we have to study prophet. If we did with a certain group of people, most of them are here, I bet, today, more than a year, I think. If I'm wrong, correct me. How the prophet is needed, how the prophet can be recognized, etc., more than a year. So it is the, okay, big subject. Okay, how should these actions manifest? In what way, however? That is what I search for upon such conclusion. Yeah, of course, when you say, I have a creator, okay, definitely I am created for what? The text you received, the text says, you are created so that you have some sort of relationship and responsibility towards your creator. Ask him, what are you going to do in this world? And definitely there must be a way of learning this. That's what we are questioning. We were questioning, although I said, okay, we first, how should these actions manifest, in what way? However, that is what I search for upon such conclusions. Yeah, right. That is what I have to search. So when I search, I hear the prophets. I say, what do you say? I have received the message from the Creator. Here it is. I check. It is not our subject now. I check whether the message is from the Creator of the universe or not. Of course, here is the universe in front of my eyes and my mind and everything in front of me now. I can have an access to it and look into it, of course, into the meaning of the creation, all the things, because they have meaningful. They are all meaningful, so I can extract meaning from them and see which kind of message I receive through the creation and which kind of message this person claims to be the prophet brings to me, compare them, see if you agree with it. Of course, you have to use your human feelings as well. If you agree, then you confirm it or you reject it if you disagree with it. So that's your first step. And afterwards, after you identify in one way or another, identify the message, then this message puts you in contact with the prophet. This message says it is your duty to follow the messenger, obey the messenger. If you want to obey God, we say, I am repeating now, believe in God is first necessary stage. Obeying God is the following second stage. So Jabin asks, I confused this. Yeah, oh, what is that? Sorry, I'm confusing the screen. No, all right. Okay. Jabin says, how does one obey if they are not certain they can hear the order? Of course, if they are not certain, it means they have not established the belief yet, certainty yet within their own being. They have not. So we cannot accept obedience. For example, you are living in some place in this world, a piece of land, you are not aware that there is an administration there. So the administration has its own regulations, laws, and administering the area. How can you obey? You don't know that you are not aware that there is no way to obey God. So it is absolutely necessary to believe, to have a confirmed conclusion within your mind, in your feelings, and then you say, okay, what is my purpose of life now? How can I fulfill it? How can I put it into practice? That's why we need the prophet. Exemplary man for me. Right, sorry, let's go back now. There are people out there who may follow the message, who may not. They have free will. They may disagree with the message for one or another reason. That's up to them. They may not find it satisfactory, or they may not to accept it. It means deny it. If I follow this message, I have to follow the will of somebody else. I have to follow the exemplary life of somebody else. And who is this person? I don't know. They say he's an illiterate man, for example. For example, they said the same thing to Jesus as well, because Jesus didn't get a rabbinic traditional education. They said, you have not been educated in the traditional way. And we know that we haven't received any special education either, a private tutoring or something. Now you go to the temple and preach people. That's why the other rabbis did not like him, because he was challenging. He was speaking as the Bible narrates this. Bible narrates this. I'm not making it up. I'm reading. I have read it from the Bible. He was speaking with authority. What the other rabbis say, this is correct, this is right. And what they say is not correct, and the correct form of it is exactly what the Quran does. The previous messages, of course, the Quran says original of these messages have been somehow spoiled by making extra commentary on it, adapting it to the conditions of certain period of time, etc. Of course, the originality of it was somehow spoiled according to the teachings of the Quran, that the Quran comes and corrects it, that is what the Quran says. We have to go and compare it and see whether, go if you like, I did. You can do this to a certain extent if you want. If you are not really sure about the Quran's being the speech of the Creator, go and study the Torah and compare it. Which one is more compatible according to the witnessing of the universe, according to the witnessing of your own qualities, feelings. Go and check. And if you are satisfied with it, why not? Good for you. Go ahead. I prefer the Quran. Not because I was born into a Muslim community. If you ask me, but someone said, no, because of it. That's your idea. But really, I seriously studied, and I have been seriously studying the Quran as much as I can. That's my conclusion so far. The Quran seems to be on a very well-established square. So what goes along with me, with my feelings, with the witnessing of the universe. If only we have to know how to read the Quran a little bit. It needs a little bit effort. Now, you don't have to be a scholar really, but at least get a basic training how to read the Quran, which we do here. Basic training. Example. For example, here. Let's start studying verse 19. أَفَرَأَيْتُمُ اللَّاتَ وَالْعُزَّى. Have you then ever considered, have you seen this? Have you thought about it, what you are doing, or these people in bracket, worshipping or whatever? Instead of listening to the message of God to the Prophet Muhammad, they make up with Al-Lat and Al-Uzza. What are they? These are specific names. If you follow reading it, Manat الثالثة الأخرى, Manat, the third one, the other one, and لكم الذكر وله الأنثى. What are you doing? You know, the males are for God and for them, and females are for God. What? Male, female, God, for you? What are they doing? تلك إذن قسمة ضيزى. What a strange distribution. Let's give the female things to God and male things for us. What's going on here? of course, as I prepared myself and your mind as well, that as if subject is suddenly changing and going into, or not going really, jumping into a completely irrelevant matter. What is it to do with Lat and Uzza? I don't know. Who knows Lat and Uzza? Don't quote from history, because history says Lat and Uzza was the idols of certain tribes there. I don't know, certain tribes, but what I know, history says such things happened. But I'm more interested in my tribe now. There's no tribe, you may say, but tribes change into nations. Now, my nation, here I am in this country. What is my idol? It means not my personal idol, the idol of my civilization. Instead of the creator of the universe as my point of worship, it means attributing, worship means attributing everything to him and using everything which is created by him, according to my understanding, in his name with his permission. Now, there is a difference. Using something in his name, but with his permission. For example, here are some beautiful flowers here, orchids. So they are really exciting. Every day I give them salam and we speak together and we share love between us. I love them, and also they are serving me. Definitely they love me, but I don't know how the flowers feel, but I know how I feel. So I'm very happy in their presence. I take care of them. I look after them, etc. Beautiful. It is pleasant to see. I don't know whether I should turn the camera and show them to you. Let me do that. Look at this. No, do you see them somehow? It may be a bit dark, but they are there. Anyway, so they are my friends. They are my friends in my retreat here in my room. So nowadays we are practicing retreat. So I'll come back to the subject now. We have this kind of relationship in this society, that in this society, they have their own priorities. What are they? What are the priorities of this civilization? The names are not important. What is important? What we mean by the names. Lat and Uzza, there is no need to go in which kind of idol it was. No, I'm coming to my own life conditions and I have to think about it within the limitations of my life, etc. So what is my Lat? What is my Uzza? No, everybody has. I have one. Everybody has some sort of Lat or Uzza, or another kind, because the verse, let's study the verse 20 as well together. وَمَنَاتَ الثَّالِثَةَ الْأُخْرَى. And the third one, there is another one, for example, as far as the financial side of my life is concerned, I have one idol. As far as social status side of my life is concerned, I have another Uzza. I have a small Uzza there. I want to have a respectful position among my friends and family members. So it might, not human honor, it's different from their status that I have to have. So for finance, I have to be wealthy enough to have this and to have. It doesn't mean that I shouldn't have, but it must be my priority in order to turn it into an idol. Another person may have, no, I have to interpret the creation in order, they don't say creation, the universe, the matter, the nature in such a way that I'm not going to accept the creator. For example, let me explain it. Let me explain it. How? Why not the things are happening in a sequence of cause and effect? Then the nature is controlled and maybe brought into existence through the cause and effect relationship by itself. So there is no need to think about an imaginary being who created the universe. I don't know, I haven't seen God, but I see the things. Now we say, no, I haven't seen God either, but everything witnesses to his necessary existence. The things cannot have the quality to cause something to come into existence. The argument goes on there. Someone make up a philosophical theory saying, no, for example, why not to say that there are endless universes? Have you seen any sign of it? No, theoretically, we can imagine about it. Whatever the ideas they have, any idea, any priority for a human being, for example, am I going to satisfy my friends or am I going to satisfy my creator? Which one has the priority? These are my concerns. To protect one's dignity, honor, is different from making the ideal purpose, target of my life, and explaining my being in terms of that target. That is called idol in the language of the Quran. Explaining everything in terms of that aim, that target for me, and interpreting my being accordingly. For example, if I don't have this, I don't exist. I'm nothing. This gives me honor. This makes me a human being, not in the form of a creation, but otherwise I'm nothing. The value that I attribute to myself through something else than through my origin of existence, which is the creator of the universe. The Quran makes these comparisons. So there are various ways of, rather than following, for example, the exemplary behavior of the messenger, we may say, let's make our own way of life. Life principles. Let's sit together and make. But this world is so complete, looks like a perfect creation. The order works in a perfect way. So the creator of this order of the universe cannot leave anything in vacuum, meaningless, nothing wise. So I need to learn how to behave in the best way that I am really fulfilling my capacity given to me. I'm really fulfilling it in the way that they are created for. My feelings, for example, how can I use my feelings in order to fulfill the purpose of their existence, their being within me? so that I shouldn't contradict myself according to the purpose of my feelings. But everybody experiences, including myself, that we have feelings, sometimes overexcited, sometimes over pessimist, sometimes angry unnecessarily, have a temper, bad temper sometimes. How can I really adjust myself consciously so that I wouldn't contradict myself? I must have a yardstick for my behaviors. And this yardstick, which I need, must be provided by my creator, because I see that as far as my bodily side is concerned, all my bodily side's needs are prepared, almost all. So we have to discover more and more in order to really fulfill perfectly, or as much as possible, the bodily needs, our bodily needs. They are prepared within the universe. But what is not prepared within the universe? My spiritual needs, the needs of my feelings, which are not prepared here. Yes, I can see some examples in the behavior of some animals, but for example, yes, I feel that I am more intelligent than a dog, but in some sense, I am not as capable of a dog is as far as smelling is concerned, making the distinction between different smells. Look, sometimes in one sense, the dog may surpass me, but in a general sense, I am much more intelligent than a dog as far as I can see. Of course, I'm responsible as much as I can see. So, my behavior, I can learn something here and there, but not really in a human way, at the human level. I need a human example for me. That was the subject we discussed earlier on. So if I don't look for this example, if I don't really consider the creator of the universe as my point of worship, it means that is my ultimate aim, that is worship. I accept you, I obey you. When you ask me to obey your messenger, that is why I obey the messenger, because you ask me to obey the messenger in my social life, in my practical, physical, practical life. If I don't do this, I make up my own Lat, my own Uzza, my own Manat, whatever it is. Who can name me the Lat, Uzza, or Manat of this age? Come on. 1, 2 is 1, 2, 3 is enough. So, anyone? I'm waiting. Either verbal, speech, or writing. You know, Lat, Manat, Uzza of our age. While you are busy, let me turn the light on. Okay. No one? Can I start? Would you like? Okay. Let me see. Good job. Okay. Money. Oh, social status. Perfect. Career. Cool. Academic success. Something to do with career. Yeah. Carry on. Correct. Sarah says, nature. Yeah. I am thankful to nature. Mother Nature is wonderful, taking care of us. good point. All of them are excellent. Family to show off. No, when you say this, parents is, I am a parent, so parents are proud of their children. Okay. Now, okay, we have to be proud of their children in a thankful way. Not that I should get credit from it. No, we have to make this distinction. Sarah says, being mindful every moment, not easy. Not being mindful, let's call it. Again, charitable giving according to my capacity and attributing this credit to myself. I'm completing what Nurbanu said, attributing it. Now, how, for example, do you have an idol, fashion, or a singer, for example? Oh, this is my idol, eh? So that's my ideal type. I have to be like him. Ideal type. Not that I have to be like the chosen person by God to be followed, the messenger. But this one, it means a lot of Lat and Manat of the age. We can, I'm closing the chat, not closing really, from my screen, taking it away to the chat box. So we understood that. Oh, again. Okay, here. How about elekum al-dhakaru wa lahu al-untha? It means what? For you the males and for him the females. What a strange distribution. Why do we do that? What's wrong with it? Look, don't really get lost in why females, why males. No. For example, this is my life. This area is mine. I will do this according to my choice, but I may leave it something else according to God's choice. Did I make a distribution? For example, another example to make it clear for myself so that you will understand. Oh, yes, of course, I cannot create the universe. Yes, but I can create my career. I can create my child according to my choice. I am an, for example, successful person. I have some talents. This is my gain. I made it up. I make it. I made it. And not made it up, sorry. I made it. I worked on it. I got it. That's why people don't hesitate to use a creative mind. Are you creating anything? Yeah, but the small things in my life, I have not created the universe. I dare to challenge for it. Now, what am I doing here? Distribution, dividing. Universe is his, my knowledge is mine. What do I pay attention to? My knowledge, how did I acquire it? How did I do it? How? Mine is given. Ability to think is given. Free will to choose to use your mind is given. Your health to think is given. What is yours? Why do you make this distinction? It is it's a strange distribution. Of course, in the natural sciences, the biggest crimes are happening there. Nowadays, natural sciences, naturalistic sciences, materialistic sciences, maybe, look at this, at the beginning, the universe might have been given existence by a super being. You may call it God. Okay, welcome, doesn't matter. By something else, yeah. But after all, after that, universe is acting by itself, developing, improving its order. We have no sign that order is improved, but physically. But imagination is free. You know, it doesn't cost you much. You can imagine and produce any kind of ideas, as much as you want, as many as you want. So it is evolving in a better and better, more adaptable way to the environment. Who is evolving? Who is developing? The things are, huh? Don't you see? You know, the things are growing. Where is God, the creator? The animals are reproducing. Where is God? Of course, I am reproduced. I have reproduced my son or daughter. Oh, I didn't know. But they say, no, no, no. Ali, you did it. I say, by God, I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't do anything. That's how I am made. That's it. Nothing more. They say, no, 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 you are doing it. Human beings reproduce their new generations. What can I do? Human beings are free to claim anything, but does it rationally make sense? Is it consistent with my capacity of reasoning? That is this question, of course. So the main distribution, we have to be very careful because most of, all of us have studied, at least at the college level. But some of you might have been still studying, continuing at the college level or higher education level, maybe master studies or PhD studies, whatever, or any kind of study. If you are studying in this civilization, the Lat, the biggest idol of this civilization, according to my understanding, is nature. Nature means, not by me, defined not as I like, but they, the thing happening by itself. Naturally, it's like this. No agent, no creator. Now, the thing exists by itself. Natural laws, it means the principles of this order of the universe, which happened by itself. This is Al-Lat. How about Uzza? Causal chain. God might have created the universe, but the universe is acting by itself now. So we have to be thankful to the nature. You can thank God because he has created the universe. Now we are the products of the universe. Now, universe exists by itself, Al-Lat of 21st century. Al-Uzza of 21st century, the things are produced by nature. How about الثلاثة الأخرى? Manat, sorry, Manat. Manat doesn't have that. So it is a name, you know. Some names may have L, some names is an article, whatever is L, the in English, and Manat. What is the Manat of this century? Financial development. We have to be powerful. Every nation must have power, military power, financial power, cultural power, influence other people, make other nations subject to themselves. Power, thirsty generation. In order to protect his own benefit, interest. For the interest of our nation, we can destroy another nation. All these values. Everybody, individuals have their small values. Of course, if I wear this clothes, I will be honorable person in the party that everybody will admire me or attract my attention, attract the people's attention on me so that everybody will look at me in admiration. That may be my Manat. I don't know. So division is made between God and us human beings, and on which, that's why visa, it means it's strange, illogical, inconsistent with one's human mind. Why? Distribution doesn't make sense. Something belongs to the creator, maybe. For example, I will say something now, but be careful, eh? I mean, feel firm within yourself. This part of my life belongs to me. I will do it, I will live as I want, as I will. But I can do some religious duties. Yeah? Why praying, for example, is all right. But after prayer, or for Christians, going to church on Sunday, for Muslims or Jews, going to synagogue on Saturday, and Muslims go to the mosque on Friday. Afterwards, I have to follow my life, of course, according to my choice. Division. How much it can be justifiable? Of course, praying, going to mosque or any religious activities, for God's sake, I admit that and respect that. I wouldn't say it is just for nothing, but for God's sake, please be careful when you do the distribution, how justifiable it is. We have to be careful. Can it be justifiable? Really? Question. Don't be afraid of questioning. For example, while I am praying, yes, I perform my respect, my worshipful attitude or behavior towards my creator. All right, when I go to church, I remember God. All right, after going out of the church, how about the air I breathe, the light or whatever, with the moonlight at night I receive? How about the body I am using? How about my feelings I have now? Do they not belong to the creator, or do they belong to me? Are they my property, or are they given trust to me, gift to me, to be used in the name of their creator? Did I create them? Did I create my mind? Did I create my hand? Did I create my feelings? My my eyes, my ear, whatever, or my sense of love. But I don't claim, I don't know. When I came to this world, I don't know who brought me here. Definitely I am brought. I didn't bring myself into the world. And I found myself all these equipments ready to communicate with the universe as I have been doing it for years and years, decades. I don't know even how I became a human being. It means I didn't become a human being. Somebody brought me. Who can be? Now, while I'm not praying, how can I say that this is my share now? Of course, the first comment was excellent comment, as an excellent starter. When I obey the order of the universe, if I am conscious of the owner of the order, I am obeying the owner of the order's will with this consciousness, of course. Otherwise, everybody is obeying the order of the universe, but they say we are following the order of nature. So, in soul, obeying the order doesn't make a person a worshipper of the creator of the order. Consciousness is very important. We understood that. Now, when I claim that, let's come to our subject now. When I claim that now I am using my qualities, human qualities, after getting out of the mosque or prayer, using my quality in order to satisfy my aims, not in order to obey God. For example, when I need something bodily need, for example, if I feel dirty, then I go and take a bath and clean myself by saying that I am created dirty by my creator, so that I am given the opportunity to obey him by cleaning myself, thinking that this is the order from my creator while I am cleaning myself. So the cleaning yourself in and of itself is neutral. You can say, I am cleaning by myself and this is my opportunity. Or you can say, I am cleaning myself according to the will of my creator and I am acting in his name. That is also, that makes my action turn into a worshipful action. But if I am not aware of it, of course, I clean myself, but I'm not worshiping. It means I took this share for myself while I am praying that share to the creator. But وَلَكُمُ الذَّكَرُ وَلَهُ الْأُنْثَى. So they love the better ones for them. It means, oh, that is where I enjoy, so it is my enjoyment. Not that the enjoyment I am getting by obeying the creator, by obeying the creator. The human feelings, when you do something, for example, if you are thankful, if you are happy with your parents, example, I mean, most of the people are. Some people may be disappointed after a certain age, especially the age of 18, 19, that we start quarreling with our parents, but assume that you are happy with your parents. If you do something for them, just to make them feel happy, right? Just to make them feel happy. Not necessarily that you will give them money or physical actions. No, for example, with a smiling face, say, Assalamu alaikum. How are you today, my mom? And go and hug her. You didn't give her anything. Go and ask your mom how she is happy, how happy she is. Exactly this feeling is teaching us. This is how we are created. This is an opportunity for us to experience that, if I do something, a nice behavior towards somebody, it is created that this person is happy. This person is pleased with me. Wow, that may be a sign in my creation, which is created by my creator, to invite me to do the same thing towards him, the creator. It means show him love, gratefulness, thankfulness. Express yourself. I am pleased with you, God. What you have given me, it is priceless. Why? Of course it is priceless. Who can give away his hand for $1 million? No one, even one finger. No, I wouldn't. Billion, no. Priceless. Everything is given, priceless. I'm pleased with you. You gave me all this priceless treasury. And I'm happy with you, why not? So I have to go along with the order of the universe as far as my physical side is concerned, but my heart is happy with you because you are so generous. Everything is from you for me. I give the typical example always that the sun is for me. Even there was no man, no animal at all in the planet, on the planet. I was, let's assume that I was the only person. You can say I was the only person for yourself. We need sun as it is now, each of us. It means everybody can say, sun is for me, the moon is for me, the climate is for me, forests are for me. I need all of them. Even there were no other people on earth. Even you can say, look at this grace, how the order is arranged in such a way that every person can claim that universe is uniquely created for me. What a wonderful grace. What a wonderful thing. Gift. Priceless. How can you say, oh, my creator, I am thankful to you? How can you not say? For a human being, it is impossible to be a human being, to have this feeling and not direct this feeling to your creator and say that I am going to please myself. Self-satisfaction, self-perfection. I think these are either Al-Lat or Uzza or Manat of this age, or of the civilization which doesn't follow the revelation. Make the distinction. You can go to church, of course we respect, but we, the people, decide. You understand what you mean, eh? We, the people, decide what to do in this world. We don't need God's guidance. God is the creator up there, of course. In God we trust as far as the money matter is concerned. Power of financial power is concerned. We trust God. As far as behavior, values are concerned, we trust our values. Isn't that our Lat and Uzza or Manat? And making the distinction, Did you understand what a strange distribution? What a strange distribution, isn't it? Now, I understood that this verse is speaking to me now, to my life conditions, these verses. I was so excited when I look at it. Of course, there is no need to go to history. Which tribe was worshipping Lat? Which tribe was? None of my business. 14 years ago, certain group of people called their life idols as Lat. Okay, this is an example, but I have to bring it to my life conditions. I have to say, what is my Lat? What is my Uzza? What is my Manat? What is my male? What is left? The female to God. I have to look at this distribution in my life. Everybody can check. Excuse me, some people are leaving, but we have some minutes, 7 minutes to stop. I hope I will keep my word. No, I'm not 100% promising, by the way. Let's introduce the following. Verse. What shall I do? Okay, go here. Come. No. Sorry. Here it is. Okay, here it is. Oh, again, I'm not familiar with this stuff. Yeah. Here it is. We can see now. Here, let me put my glasses on. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It's a long verse. We will just have an introduction to it. If you don't have further questions and comments, if you have so far, I'm happy to receive. But if you don't, I will just introduce the next week's verse. In here, أسماء سميتموها أنتم وآباؤكم ما أنزل الله بها من سلطان إن يتبعون إلا الظن وما تهوى الأنفس ولقد جاءهم من ربهم الهدى. Now the translation says, these are nothing but names you have invented yourself. You and your forefathers. God has said no authority for them. Okay, let's go here. No. Here it is. Okay, it's easy to see for you. These are nothing but names you have invented yourself. You and your forefathers. God has sent no authority for them. Let's think about it together. Seriously, a few minutes. The names we say, what is this? Because we take an attitude and justify it by saying, of course, I'm very dangerous. I'm very scared of this verse. For the interest of our nation, for the honor of our family. Come on, these are big names. These are big, dangerous names. Under the banner of these names, we can kill millions. So dangerous. Under the banner of this name, honor of our family honor, not Allah's family, Allah's honor, God's honor. For the sake of humanity, not for the sake of God. look at the names. We just make up, invent. Either we invented or our forefathers invented. God has sent no authority for them. I think this is a big subject. This is a big subject. What does God has sent no authority for them? What does it mean, authority? These are the questions that we are going to tackle with next week. What is the authority? And these people merely follow guesswork. Guesswork? It means just, I think there may be endless universes. I think this is better for us. Because, of course, our honor is more important, so that we will always take the side of our family, not take the side of right. So in this society, in this civilization, might is right. Yes? But the Quran reverses it. Right is might. Well, we can make it. Why? We think in this way because of our desires. They're so dangerous. We have to be extremely careful. But think about it a lot. God has sent no authority for these names that we make up. Of course, the biggest idol is nature. And the second biggest idol is natural laws. These are in the physical world. In the social world, interest. That's for my interest. In the personal world, honor. Do they have an authority? God has not sent an authority. What does it mean? If I forget, remind me that we have to work on it a lot, hammer on this point. And these people merely follow guesswork and what their own selves desire. This is what I desire. This is what I think in this way, even though guidance has come to them for their Lord. Of course, for those people, one of our friends asked, for those people who have not received the guidance from the creator of the universe, that is their life conditions, their responsibility will be within the conditions of their life conditions, within the limitations of their life conditions. They have something, the universe is out there, their human feelings are out there, and they have to be consistent within these things, but not necessarily the revelation as well. No, they are deprived of the revelation, the speech, guidance from God in the form of speech, verbal guidance. So their limitation, their responsibility within the limitations of these available data, the universe and the human feelings. But you and I are not subject to these conditions because we are here. We have our human feelings. We have the creation out there as witnessing to the qualities of its creator, the universe here. So we have also verbal explanation of the guidance from my creator. So I have to act accordingly. Even though guidance has come to them from their Lord, they still make up some words. They still make up some names, titles, and attribute some quality to them but God has sent no authority for them. So we will continue this slide, inshallah, next week, when we following slide as well. Try to decipher how this very, very, how do you say, figurative way of presenting the revelation coming to the prophet, and then we are hearing from him, so that we can take our share as well from it, and how this revelation can be put into our very practical daily life. So this is the purpose of this class. How are we going to apply the Quran within our present life conditions? And this way we will learn how to read the Quran, inshallah. This is the one way of one method of reading the Quran, what we are doing. I chose this because I'm not going to study grammatic structure of it, because there are many people are doing all this, but this side, although people say take lesson, for example, what shall I take lesson from Lat and Manat and Uzza? I mean, I will say these are historical figures. These stupid people made stupid idols and named them by this, so what? So I prefer to bring them into our practical life. More effective, I found it. So thank you very much. All of us are going to pray now. It is prayer time, but we shouldn't divide. We shouldn't make the some of our life belongs to God, some belongs to I. No distribution. We have to have a fair distribution, which means fair distribution. Who can tell me? Percentage. Anybody help me, please? Come on, before I close the session.
50-50.
50-50? Who said this? Okay. Yeah, let me say. Let me use this one. Oh, somebody said not 50-50. Full, but make it percentage, man. 90% of our life belong to God. 10% for us?
100.
100. Thank you. That makes sense. Sorry. Oh, I again confused. I confused the chat box and the PowerPoint. All right. Okay. This is my computer, so I don't know which way it goes up and down. So everything is created by God. It is his property. I have not created anything. I'm just using. In our discussions, we use this expression, we are nothing but consumers. We are not producers. We have to understand this.
Allahu Akbar.
Sorry? Somebody said
No, I
something.
was just saying Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar, okay. Fair. So thank you very much. We are just consumers. So property, nothing belongs to us, even our children don't belong to us. Definitely not. I did nothing. I just enjoyed their presence in my life. Consumed it. But I served, but it ask a mother. When it changes and gives a bath to the baby, they love it. I loved it as the father. It was my pleasure to play with them. So consume it. We have to give 100% to its owner of the universe, owner of our being. 0% for us, please. Entertain your 0%. But if you use this 100%, which belongs to the Creator, in his name, all of them are yours, given at your service. Use it in his name. which we study on Saturdays, how we can use the universe in his name so that whole universe will be serving for me. I will benefit it, but I will direct my gratefulness to my creator by acknowledging that everything is freely given to me in the form of a gift with nothing in return, just for me to be thankful to him. Worship means acknowledge and follow his prophet's exemplary life. Thank you very much. 100% is his, and in his name, I can use all of them, but in his name. Don't confuse. I cannot have my honor except the honor God has given to me. All honor belongs to my creator. Thank you very much. Inshallah, I see you on Saturday, if possible on next Monday. Thank you. We have to leave as soon as possible and pray, inshallah. Okay. Wassalamu alaikum, friends. Say thank you, everybody. Okay, inshallah, I have to sign out. Sorry, if somebody's speaking.
We were just saying assalamu alaikum, Dr. Ali. Thank you.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
I have to close the virtual room. Don't, please. Yeah, alaikum assalam. Assalamu alaikum. So,